viewers of the BBC crime drama hoped the series would tie together with a happy outcome for Duncan, played by Mark Bonner, and main detective Jimmy Perez, Douglas Henschel, who share a close friendship. Unfortunately, viewers' suspicions had been proved right, and the manipulative Donna Killick, Fiona Bell, had sent a letter to her lawyer explaining that in the event of an apparent suicide, Duncan would be to blame. As he confessed to assisting Donna with her death, Duncan was arrested, and the series ended with him in a prison cell. Many fans were left outraged by the twist, especially as Perez ended up being arrested over the death as well. Jimmy tried to warn Duncan in previous episodes that he shouldn't trust Donna, but he wouldn't listen. Donna had been in prison for the murder of Lizzie Kilmuir but was granted an early exit from prison due to a terminal cancer diagnosis. Waiting to see out her dying days on the island, Donna was back on screens this series after making her last appearance in 2018. Trusting Duncan was the only person willing to help her, but sadly this has now backfired on him and has had devastating consequences for the team. Last week, Donna guilt-tripped Duncan into posting a letter to her solicitor. Little did he know that the letter explained that if she was to die, it should be investigated not as suicide but murder. After assisting her with death on her request, Duncan unwittingly put himself in the frame for her murder. Viewers knew vindictive Donna, who wanted revenge on Duncan, would be up to something, and theorized she would set Duncan up to be arrested. In the concluding episode of the series, Perez wanted to try to help Duncan. He had to break the news to his friend about Donna's plan, leaving him heartbroken. Before she died, Donna sent a letter to her lawyer saying that in the event of her death, it should be considered murder, he told a bewildered Duncan. He continued, "And accusing you of being involved in her death and me of covering it up. Is this a joke?" he asked. "She could have lived for months but she'd rather die and see us ruined. She got me to send it, can you believe that? I sent the effing letter." Later scenes saw Duncan handing himself over to police despite Perez trying to stop him. In the final scene, he was also arrested over Donna's death. Twitter user Sarah Hannah Allen spoke for many fans as she wrote, "Oh no Duncan #Shetland." Doreen appended, "Duncan has not only allowed himself to be manipulated by Donna, but has let her get away with it #Shetland." Paul Duncan commented, "OMG @gone #Shetland. You can't do this to me. Make me wait until next year to see Henschel, aka Jimmy Perez, be questioned over the death of Donna K. Once again another fab series, acting, scripts etc. PS rooting for Duncan too @Mark_Bonner. That be bad enough Duncan getting blamed, but Perez down too? Now poor Cassie is lumped with running the bar and caring for her granddad. Roll on next series. Meanwhile it never trusted the wife in the opening murder case. What a web of folk involved though #Shetland, shared Jane Pike. Shetland is available to watch on BBC iPlayer.